When Yes International magazine hit the Nigerian newsstands 3 years ago, its vision was to be the first choice of readers, advertisers, and all through quality stories, interviews, and useful tips, which will ultimately inform, educate, and entertain its ardent and loyal readers spread across the length and breadth of the country and even beyond our shores. In keeping to the tradition it started 3 years ago, to use the celebration of its anniversary as a veritable platform to do a thorough introspection on a particular issue of general interest to everyone, particularly germane to the growth and development of their businesses. The third anniversary of Yes International magazine also had a topic around which discussion was centered, with the theme Running a Successful Business in Nigeria. The event, which took place at the Institute of International Affairs, Victoria Island, Lagos, had advertising guru, Roman Catholic Knight and Chairman Zenith Bank PLC, Sir Steve Omojafor as Chairman. The Secretary to Ogun State Government, Barrister Taiwo Adeoluwa, was guest of honor, and Bisi Olatilo chief host. The program, which was anchored by Benga Adenka I, had a robust presence of friends of the publisher, Azu Arinze, from virtually all areas of life, with a very huge preponderance of the guests from the vibrant entertainment sector of Nigeria. The media, comedy, advertising, public relations, musicians, producers, fame makers, with Nollywood celebrities unmistakably in the vanguard. There are also key players in the hospitality business, young, upwardly mobile corporate titans, business owners, and many from the private sector, all registering a massive yes to the third-year anniversary invitation of the Yes International magazine, published by Honors Communications Limited. Azu Arinze, publisher of Yes International magazine, indeed basked in the love and goodwill of all his friends and admirers, and these he has invested in through his interactions with them dating back many decades. In his welcome remarks, Azu Arinze, who began his address with a prayerful song, said he was deeply touched by the very impressive attendance of all his friends and admirers, both from within and outside Nigeria, who had all defied all the odds to just honor him, praying that God will honor all of them beyond their imagination. With a lot of gratitude to God for the humongous success Yes International magazine has been able to record in the past 3 years, Azu Arinze made a solemn pledge on behalf of the team to redouble their efforts and renew their commitment to keep the standard of the magazine as high as the sophistication of the Nigerian reading public.
I want to appreciate in a special way. There are a whole lot of people whose love and support I have continued to enjoy. The members of staff of Yes International, I just want to put it on record that without you, I wouldn't have been able to do anything. So I love you. I appreciate your support, and I appreciate the fact that you've always been there for us. This is our third anniversary. We are going to do 30. We are going to do 60. We are going to do 90. God will always be there for you.
In his opening remarks, the chairman of the occasion, Sir Steve Omojafor, who was a consummate journalist before he veered into advertising, where he broke all grounds to dominate his environment, and currently the chairman of Zenith Bank PLC, congratulated Azu Arinze for the success of Yes International magazine in only 3 years. He said he was particularly impressed with the huge quality audience that attended the event, among whom are the wave-making celebrities in the almighty Nollywood industry, most of whom he said he was personally making a direct contact with for the first time. He praised Azu Arinze for what he called his special attribute of relationship management, which was a simple magic that has brought together that kind of huge and quality audience, especially on a day that is a working day with a traffic hiccup. He concluded that Azu Arinze indeed has friends whom he must do everything possible to continue to keep. The chairman, Sir Steve Omojafor, who availed the distinguished audience his rare experience of successfully straddling virtually all sectors of life in his close to 70-year sojourn on earth and over 45 years of active service, advised the youth to go into creating employment for themselves, because the likes of Azu Arinze have shown clearly that it can be done if they put their minds at it. As saying in the roaring success of Yes International magazine, a business run by an enterprising youth with a resilient and indomitable Nigerian spirit.
Starting off a business and making it successful, first and foremost, you've got to believe in yourself, you've got to believe in your God-given talents, and you must be ready, very, very ready to work your ass out. Hard work is one thing that you cannot compromise. When you say to younger children that this amount of work they got to put in, because it makes it look so natural. They make it look as if all you got to do is just stand in front of the camera and just go on blabbing and that is it. It's a whole load of hard work.
Yes Classics, a special edition of the Yes International magazine, which features special interviews with young, middle-aged and old war horses and boardroom gurus and entrepreneurs on the success strategies that propelled their businesses to the top, was unveiled by Femi Adesina, MD of Sun Newspapers and President, Guild of Editors. He was supported by the chairman of the occasion and other dignitaries of the top table.
So, to the glory of God and to the good of humanity, these Yes Classics are unveiled.
All those who would love to see it, say yes.
Femi Adesina also commended the hard work, tenacity of purpose and zeal with which the Yes International magazine team have driven the project to the height it has attained today. In his goodwill message to Azu Arinze on the success of Yes International magazine at 3, Barrister Taiwo Adeolua, the Secretary to Ogun State Government, also congratulated Azu Arinze for the success of the Yes International magazine, which he said is a testimony of the focused leadership with uncommon ideas that gel with the times, on which the reportage of the Yes International magazine has been anchored over the years. To have been able to surmount the very harsh business climate, especially in the newspaper and magazine industry, where so many have become moribund before too long, is indeed worthy of commendation and emulation by everyone.
We have seen many come and go, both before years and after years. I keep wondering what happened. But if a magazine, particularly a soft sell, has done 3 years and is still waxing strong, I believe the Almighty God has been kind to the people behind the magazine, and I believe that the publisher and his team must have put in so many hours of hard work, of passion, of tenacity and commitment to the project.
In place of the lecture on running a successful business in Nigeria, my experience, the topic of Yes International magazine's 3rd annual lecture, scheduled to have been delivered by Mr. Bismarck Rewani, MD of Financial Derivatives Company Limited, who couldn't make it. A few people were picked at random from the audience to relate their experiences in the businesses they run. Those who spoke included renowned herbal slimming expert Quincy Ayodele, a UK-based Nigerian returnee involved in charity work, and Bisi Olachilo.
Azu has a brand now. By taking us to here, it's a brand. He's setting up a brand for himself for the past 3 years. I've been monitoring him, and in the next 2-3 years, before even all of us will be able to, we may not even be able to see him because you have to feel for him, because he already has that brand and is moving along that trend. If you watch him closely for the past 3 years, so have that brand. It might be stressful. It might be like, oh, how am I going to do it? But keep it up.
I just want to say, whatever it is you find your hands to do, take God with you and believe that God is able to do exceedingly, abundantly, above that which you hope and desire.
I just want to congratulate Azu Arinze. What I want you to take away from his life is not just having friends, but do you manage friends? They call it friendship or relationship management. And you heard his story, the way he reeled out all the friends that he's had from the beginning to now. And I think that is one lesson I think I should sell to all of us. We should not be lost on us. It's very instructive, and I'd like to congratulate him.
The cutting of the anniversary cake featured Azu Arinze, his wife, chairman of the occasion, and other dignitaries and celebrities, as the massive ceremonies Benga Adenga I conducted the exercise.
We're all going to spell yes. And when we say yes, you say, God, do something new in my life. Are you ready? Give me one why. Why? Why? E-S. God, do something new in my life. Charge. There is God.
The very memorable, exciting, and colorful third anniversary program of Yes International Magazine ended with a musical explosion that saw Globocom ambassador Sammy Okposo, the guy that brought a lot of swagger into gospel music, in his elements, as he dished out favorite hits that got everyone on their feet, dancing and gyrating to the end of the very exciting show. By the way, Sammy Okposo was supported by the full complement of his band, the X Generation Band. It's hearty congratulations to Azu Arinze and the Yes International Magazine team for the rousing success in 3 years. And this has again proved beyond any doubt at all that Yes International Magazine is more than just a soft sell.